Hello friend, today we are discussing about Drake cargo crane. Drake cargo crane failure due to the bearing failure. This bearing is called slew bearing. Cargo crane is used for the loading and unloading of the cargo in the dry vessels. After mostly catastrophic failure is happened due to this bearing, so damage to the third party, cargoes, ship, all fatality happens. So after all investigations and comes in the point that we have to conditional monitoring of the bearing condition. So after this failure analysis investigated, Flag State and Classification Society come to the point that we have to take care about this bearing. So after that, we have to check health condition of the bearing. So today we are going to understand about that what kind of the process we are using for the health care condition of this bearing. So there is only two methods. One is for normally grease analysis, second is rocking test. So every 6 month rocking test is carried out for the health condition of this bearing. So now we are going to understand it. What is slew bearing? First of all, you understand about the slew bearing basics. Slew bearing is nothing, it's just like the old other roller bearing or ball bearings. There is two in case races, one is inner race, other is outer races. In between these races, some have balls or some have rollers. So balls or rollers, between them we put the grease by grease nipples for lubrication purpose. Here you can see inside inner race this gear also attached. This pinion gear after other pinion gear and this pinion gear attached to the motors. You can see here this motor is attached to this pinion gear or this other inner casing, then roller, here rollers, outer casing attached here. So basic construction you can see here is crane two parts, a pedestal or this torrent. So torrent is fixed by this motor, then gear coming. This inner racing fixed to ship deck. This is fixed point, cannot move. Then you have these rollers after outer casing fixed to these torrents. So whole torrent is moving from left, right, forward and aft. How it's moving? When you give the moment of this motor, motor start to rotate. When motor start rotating, it apply force to gear in a race. But in a race, it's fixed, cannot move. In a race, put the reactions. This reaction force start to motor move. Motor and outer racing, both together movement. Both moving, then whole torrent is moving forward, aft, and port and starboards. So this kind of mechanism here, this giving moment is cannot move. So whole torrent is moving because of outer racing is free by rollers. It's not fixed outer racing. So outer racing free is rotating parts. This is fixed parts. So all this assembly is rotating, torrent is rotating. Now we discuss here what kind of the checks we have to do. So these rollers, day by day life using you loading unloading that time, this roller bearing is wear down, then this whole assembly is come down, this rotating part and this fixed part between clearance is more, means this distance before new bearing that time fixed, after using wear down, then this distance also going down. So this distance very important. You see here wear down, so this distance increases. Here no wear down, so distance is good. So this distance can means in rotating or non-rotating parts between relative motion is take place. So this bearing, this distance we measure either by dial gauge or 1 year calipers. 1 year calipers is not accurate, so we use dial gauge. One is fixed in the fixed position, one is for rotating position. Then this dial gauge is changes. So now we are doing here what is rocking test. wear down of the sleeve bearings, relative motion between the inner outer bearing rest, analysis the grease. You take out the old grease by putting the new grease inside it, and old grease is coming out from the seals. This old grease you check by your finger. Rubbing inside your finger, you can feel it. Some metal particles or chips is there. Then you can feel by your hand. Then you can analyze where is wear down or not. It's basic check. After you go for this rocking test. So before rocking test carried out, we must prepare for this. Ship is even keel or list trim. Bad weather, wind situation avoided. No cargo bunkering operation permitted. Cargo is free of any load. Cargo crane hook. Crane hook is free of any load. We use calibrated dial gauge, not even calipers here. Sometimes some people use one calipers also. So how we do it? This crane, this ship we put at a maximum outreach. Then in starting there is two reference mark. One is for front side, one is aft side. This you can see here front side, one aft side. This measurement called A, this measurement called B. Front of the crane or back of the crane. Only two measurements. This two measurement when jeep outrage is forward directions, maximum outreach direction. So in jeep is maximum outreach. That time we take two measurement, A or B. A is front of the crane, B is the back of the crane. This distance. Because here to here fixed, so the total distance we check. So ultimately it coming here. So total distance we check. After this distance, every position we check two measurement. Forward position we take two measurement A and B. Up position we take A and B. Port we take two position A and B. Starboard two position A and B. Another one more measurement we take at time of minimum outreach. See, jib is minimum outreach. That time we check one more back of the crane measurement. C we take same point B, but is condition is minimum outreach. That time we check minimum measurement C back of the crane. After this all measurement we taking, then we put in the table A, B or C, and B minus C indicate the play. All jib direction positions we take repeated the same. After rocking test, accuracy of means some deviation 0.1 mm can be considered. If B minus is 0 or negative, if B minus is 0 or negative, then measurement is wrong. We have to check again. If B minus A is 7 mm or more, then crank must be stopped or bearing need to be replacement or tested and surveyed again. So what is the maximum allowable play? For roller bearing is 1.5 mm, or for ball bearing is 3 mm. So these two maximum conditions, ball bearing is 3 mm, for roller bearing 1.5 mm. So what action you do if deviation is out of limit? Basically, first of all, we know every 6 months we are doing this. Then we see last recording or this recorded last recorded point or this recorded point. We see is where it is seen increasing. So greasing is need to be increased. Where it increasing means greasing we have to increase. So adding the grease or grease coming out from the seals. Then this fish we can check this contamination by rubbing between your fingers. Metal particles, something hard, you can indicate bearing wear. If this wear is out of limit, then bearing need to replacement or we have to investigate why life is premature failure of this bearing. We have to check and investigate it. What is the cause of failure? Second is if wear is close or on the limit, then we can operate it, but is less than the maximum safe working load. And hosting also be restricted within less outreach position. That's all. Thank you.